Good afternoon, and welcome to the ISPA Awards ceremony. My name is Isabella Lenzo Massai, and I'm the head of the Learning and Public Engagement Department here at LUG. It was a great pleasure to have you here at LUG these days for the ISPA Congress, and it is a great pleasure to welcome you to this special occasion of recognition and celebration. As part of the ISPA Lugano session, LUG is honored to present two award recipients for two categories of awards: the Donor Awards, Angel Awards, and the Distinguished Artist Award. The Donor Award are presented in appreciation of those whose generous support has made it possible to realize two of LUG's most significant artistic initiatives, both of which take place every 2 years: the Lugano Dance Project and the Our Opera production. This project simply would not be possible without the vision and the commitment of our donors. The Artist Award, meanwhile, honored two remarkable artists who have profoundly shaped and redefined the artistic codes of dance and theater in Europe on the global stage. It is with a great joy that we open this ceremony and celebrate those who believe in art and believe in work every day to maintain the possibility to create transformative spaces and to guarantee discussion and to share, despite differences, our common humanity. Thank you.
Grazie mille, Isabella. Good afternoon again. So, ISPA Awards give us the possibility to honor person and foundation who had made an important contribution at the level international for specific projects linked to being producers of different performances, spectacles. So, the first awards will be for Claus Christiansen. So it's a story of generosity with Claus Christiansen. So Claus came to me at the beginning, even before LUG was open. He sat in my office and he says, "Michel, can I help?" So it was almost embarrassing because, you know, what can you? So then we talked together. So anyway, since the beginning, Claus is make possible that we do opera. We decide us to do opera because we are not an opera house. So doing opera here in the community means collaboration. Collaboration with the orchestra, collaboration with the chorus, collaboration with the artists, some singers from Ticino as well. So we did up to now 3 opera with this support, and we are going to do a 4th opera next September. So Claus cannot be with us. He's Danish. So we prepare a video, so he is present in video with us. Video, please.
Thank you for giving me the chance to talk to you all together. I'm so sorry I couldn't be here today, so therefore we have made this video. I'm very, very happy for receiving the award, and I think it's far too much for me, but I'm still extremely happy that I have got that. I would also like to express my gratitude to Michel, who is a fantastic CEO of the center here. He has been a gift to Lugano, and he has been unbelievably good in the many years he has already been here. I'm a medical doctor by training. I was professor in medicine in Copenhagen many years, and then I moved to Switzerland when I retired from that job, and I've been here for 20 years. I have been quite lucky that I've been able to develop some drugs that is on the market for different diseases, and our organization have in the foundation received a significant amount of money. So we support science and we support culture, and we have been a sponsor of LUG for many years. And I'm personally extremely convinced that we have to support science and culture and get these two disciplines to talk together for the future. I think that is so important. Governments around the world who will be re-elected if they spend their time on economy and on science and culture.
And he's a very kind person as well. So, second awards. To the McNeely family, Kevin, Rosemary, and Anna Rose. This is the second story with me here at LUG, like maybe 8 years ago. Kevin, Rosemary came to me, very simple. The daughter was studying at the Franklin University. And he says, Michel, you know, when I am in a city, my daughter is here, I want to make a difference and I want to contribute to the city. So can we speak together about, you know, having a strong link with the university? So, you know, so we have a lot of projects with them. They come here when we do performances, a lot of meetings. And he says, please, Michel, think about the project you would like to do at LUG and come back to me. So I called Carmelo. We had a neat meeting in our office. And since Carmelo and Lorenzo Conti, they are programming with success a season of contemporary dance, which is unique in our region. We thought that we were ready to do a dance festival. So we do a dance festival every 2 years, entirely supported by them. We were speaking the other day with Katie Levy, with a few people about taking risk. We are bringing young artists, unknown artists, and we always measure the risk, so we are sure that we take the risk and there's no risk for the artist. That allows us as well to do co-productions with them. I'm French-Canadian, so we do co-production with La Place des Arts, with the National Arts Center, and the next festival we will have a co-production with Jacob Spillo, also linked to Katie Levy, that moved from National Arts Center to Jacob Spillo. So anyway, that's a big support, and that allowed us to support the young artists more than everything. So also here, they cannot be with us, so we prepare a video. Video, please.
Greetings from Sonoma, California. I'm Kevin McNeely, joined by daughter Hannah Rose and my wife Rosemary, and we are so pleased and honored to receive the ISPA award.
We are so excited to have the relationship with Franklin University and the Lugano Art and Cultural Center, and we're very, very pleased that this is the third dance project that the foundation has sponsored. It occurs in 2026, and we're so proud and honored to support the Cultural Arts Center here in Lugano. I just wanted to state and thank Dr. Warden, and it's through his leadership at Franklin University that this entire project, with the merging of the Lugano Art Center with Franklin University, happened under Dr. Warden's leadership. And we brought the idea to Greg, and he not only approved it, but went directly to the teachers and the professors and created a curriculum around this merging of the two nonprofits to have the students involved in the ways that we envisioned.
I feel lucky to have attended Franklin University, which is not too far from the LAC, and I felt very privileged to be able to work behind the scenes for Dancing Free, one of the projects that we supported, and make short films with my classmates and really get to interact with the content that was going down in the cultural institution.
We're sorry not to be with all of you, and this video will hopefully demonstrate our support of the arts and our support of the Lugano arts culture, and of course without the director and guidance of Michelle Gagnon. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Well, I must say they were not made to make my promotion, you know. Good. So, on the behalf of them, I would like to ask Kim Hilderman to come on stage and to take the awards for them and maybe address a few words to us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the K.H.R. McNeely Family Foundation, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude for this esteemed ISPA award. Although the founders of the foundation, Kevin, Hannah Rose, and Rosemary McNeely, are unfortunately not able to be here today, their deep passion and unwavering commitment towards Franklin University, Switzerland, of which I'm the past chair, and in particularly also to the beautiful city of Lugano, have truly left a lasting impact. The joint support between the McNeely Family Foundation and Franklin University, Switzerland, have extended to the splendid LUG, Lugano Art and Cultura, where we are today, where the merged efforts help bring to life the Lugano Dance Project, which is now at its 3rd edition. This remarkable initiative was envisioned by the brilliant general manager of the LUG, Michel Gagnon, and also the distinguished past president of Franklin University, Switzerland, Dr. Gregory Warden, and brought to fruition by the dedicated and highly professional leadership team of Michel Gagnon, together with the faculty and students from Franklin University, Switzerland, of which some are here tonight. It goes without saying that it is a tremendous honor for Kevin, Hannah Rose, and Rosemary McNeely to be recognized within such a distinguished community. If it had been all possible, I assure you that the entire McNeely family would have been here, standing on this stage today in my place. Thank you again on behalf of the McNeely family, and I wish you all a wonderful evening tonight in Lugano and safe travels back home. Yeah.
Thank you, Kim. So now it's the time to honor artists, and it's for Carmelo Refici, our artistic director. Carmelo, please.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Isabella. I'm very moved to present this fantastic artist. And sorry for my English, I'm Italian, sorry. Łukasz Twarkowski, 40 years old, is an artist who is capable of giving life to a theatrical language in which video, acting, visual arts, dance and music all merge to create new codes. After drawing attention with production first staged in his native homeland, Poland, a country with a great theatrical tradition, and soon after also in the Baltic republics, in just a few years, also thanks to the support of the prestigious Onassis Foundation, he has captured the attention of the great international stages. He had the privilege to work alongside one of the giants of the world theater scene, his fellow citizen Christian Lupa, and in recent years, Twarkowski has presented his works at the most prestigious international festivals and the most important European stages. On the White Echo, arranged by Rochko, a work created in 2022, Twarkowski reveals himself as an artist capable of directing works that feature large cinema screens, stage boxes that break down into smaller units, cameras operated on stage that project to the outside what's happening inside, techno music played at high volumes that invite the listener to dance. Twarkowski will be at LUG on February 2026 to present The Employees, a theater performance resulting from the dramaturgical adaptation of the novel by the Danish author Olga Ravn, in which the subtle frontier between human and non-human, reality and virtuality is investigated. We are honored to award Łukasz Twarkowski with the ISPA Distinguished Artist Award in recognition of the audacity of his experimentation, a perfect correspondence between form and content, also using multimedia and digital technologies without any fear. Łukasz.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much for this award. You cannot imagine how honored and humbled I feel. I would like to thank every member of ISPA and every member of the committee who decided about this great recognition. Theater, by its own nature, is a group activity. It is like very complex team work which demands a lot of passion, devotion, and stubbornness. Theater is not a thing. Theater is not constant. Theater vanishes in the moment when the show is over. Theater doesn't exist without the other. We could even presume that the remarkable theater, it's not really about what is happening on the stage, but it's more about the relations it can establish between the participants of this miraculous event. Relations between artists, relations, of course, with the audiences. I cannot express as a director whole gratitude that I have for all the people, collaborators, ensembles that I had a chance to share my artistic journey with. They are all really awesome, and this award partially is for each one of them. Theater has as well some side effects, and I would consider it highly addictive. That's why I would love to thank my family, who indulges all the time my permanent absence and gives me support and all the love despite this dependence. And the last thing is very personal, because 10 years ago, when the fascist government got to power in Poland, I lost possibility to continue my work in my own country. And I was lucky enough to meet international partners who gave me the chance, and all of us, to continue the research and eventually, finally, end up here with you receiving this award. In the times of rising far right all around the world, this help will be more than needed and in much bigger scale. So I would love to just call once more for even more unity and common support, which are probably the only possible way to survive and maybe end up one day these very dark times we are living in now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Łukasz. Cindy Van Acker. Cindy Van Acker was trained as a classical dancer and has been active for over 30 years as an independent performer. In 2002, she founded the Compagnie Greffe in Geneva. Throughout her career, her artistic choices have been rigorous and uncompromising, and this earned her the reputation of being a rebellious and radical artist, as she has stated about herself. Van Acker was born in Belgium and adopted from Switzerland. She is an artist who has the capacity to give life to choreographic creations in which different languages, gesture and movement, music, sounds, scenography, and lights combine to create a unique, imaginative, and timeless universe. Her work involves both excavation and subtraction, in which the dancers' bodies avoid protagonism, as in the magical work Quite Light, produced by La Lugano Arte Cultura and inspired by the painting of Leon Spilliard. The strength of her thinking about dance comes from the atmosphere that is created during her rehearsals, as testified by her dancer and loyal collaborators, musicians and composers, set designers and light designers. Cindy Van Acker has the capacity to create harmony by alternating intense daily work with convivial moments. 2 years ago, on the stage of LUG, Cindy received the Hans Reinhardt Ring, which was awarded to her during the ceremony of the Swiss Grand Prix for Performing Arts. To this artist of great sensitivity and tenacity, characteristics that she has demonstrated both in her own independent production and in important collaborative efforts such as that with Romeo Castellucci, we are now presenting to Cindy Van Acker the ISPA Distinguished Artist Award. Van Acker.
Hello. I used my night inspiration to prepare the panel who had place at 2 o'clock. So, and I unfortunately didn't have any time anymore to prepare a speech here. But and I'm not a very good improviser with words. But I must say, like Łukasz said before, performing arts is a matter of collaboration, teamwork. And with the artistic collaborators, but also the back office. And I would like to thank all the people who have ever crossed my professional path, because without them, I would not stand here. And next to this, I also thank all the people who engage themselves personally, professionally, to defend art, to defend culture, who every day, every single day. And I think this is really a very important engagement today to make artists, to give the possibility to artists to express themselves and to share with the people what they have to share, what is not possible to express in other ways, with words, with, yeah, I mean, it's really, I don't find the word, indicible. It's a space of expression which can go very deeply and who comes very deeply from the artist and who is hopefully touching people deeply. Voilà. And thank you very much for every single member of the ISPA to have considered my work. And yes, it helps. It's important because like Carmelo said, it has been now 30 years I am working and in the choreographic field, and it's not. It's an everyday engagement, and like Łukasz said, it also includes absence from family, and this is not an easy place to negotiate. It includes really the growing of the children and the relationships. So I also thank my family and all my friends to support me since all this time. And I mean, just we have to keep on going with resistance, radicality, and resilience. Voilà. And yeah, sorry. Yes, I also I want to bring my support, to tell my support to all the people who are in trouble today.
Thank you, Cindy. So I will close by thanking ISPA. I think ISPA in Lugano giving us this possibility, and it makes a difference. It makes a difference. I can tell you that the donors were really honored by these awards, and it's going to help us on continuing the relationship with them. So thank you again. Thank you, David, and have a good afternoon.
Okay, Buongiorno. So what an intense day we had today, but I still have some information to give you for this afternoon and the first thing we're going to do tomorrow. So at 5:15, we will have the city tour leaving from the main hall. Valentina and myself will be waiting for you. I want to thank Valentina. No, she's sitting here for everything she's been doing. She's never going to get on stage, but she's been doing a very great job. Thank you, Valentina. At 8:30, the Grand Soirée, c'est Titisé for the company of Insi Pasca, so it's going to be the night to be. Should you haven't got your ticket yet, just go to our ticket office and you will get your free ticket for the show. And after the show, there will be cocktail clutch in the terrace where we had cocktail clutch last night. Just to make sure the token we gave you last night for the ISPA night is not valid anymore. So don't try to go to the bar and try to pay with it. As we like to recycle, it would be nice if you could bring the unused token to the desk, and I will take care of them. I will use them somehow. But just if you still have some token, if you could give them back to the welcome desk. And tomorrow at 10:15 is going to be time for session 5. Can the arts make a difference today? And it's going to take place here in the theater. Okay, thank you very much and enjoy the evening tonight.